Cool beans! Welcome to session 22 of our go at No Room for Wallflower.
You seem
The
unsure.
final chapters. Wait. I think I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
You're pretty
Say
sure.
it with my
you're
bass
a
in my
dog.
chest. Yeah. You're right. Gear, I don't think since you're picking on me, I don't think you've ever given a recap on what we did last time. Go ahead.
Oh, fuck. I have memory deficiencies.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm disabled. I'm not meant to do this.
If you can play Lance, if you can throw a wrench, you can throw a ball.
Actually,
Okay.
I'm disabled. And
What do my
on the
notes
spectrum
say?
And a child.
My notes were fucking not very good. I melt the accumulator, smiley face, and short rest at start.
These are
No,
like
that was
in character
what
pilot
happened, you know?
notes. Yeah, these are like
This is how gear types.
yeah.
Fucking hell.
I really do love this grandma just tip.
Oh my goodness.
I sometimes have actually useful notes. Just last time, not so much.
That was pretty accurate, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
from memory,
exactly
I think we just went, pardon me, went and bought the accumulator, and you described it in very cursed ways.
I don't remember
Really?
that. Nope.
Yeah, no,
Nah.
What about pregnancy and
Nope. I don't know the fuck you
Big
talking
hips
about.
way?
I don't know. Nope.
So yes, we killed the pregnant swinging arms
Ooh.
by melting them.
Remember.
And I think we were pretty much all okay at the end of that. I think some of us took a few.
Oh yeah, we didn't do short
we were
rest.
kinda okay. Yeah, we're gonna do that.
I
As my notes say.
literally don't think anything happened to me.
You did
Yeah,
it.
you were just hiding in the back.
I was just
Yeah.
I wasn't even hiding in the back. I was out here.
Nah,
doing
bro,
fucking
you totally tried to take the hide action.
No, I tried to take the hide action but when I realized that I couldn't like move up in the way that I thought I could, I literally was just playing like fucking Frogger and just jumping across the river.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. That's what you guys did. You were the advanced forces to go assault Beggar One and take down their casket, but you had to take out the accumulation, the guard puppy of Beggar One. And you ended up taking out the accumulation and dealing with the mech that was creating all these subaltern swarms that you had dealt with on all prior missions here on Hercynia. And after dealing with the accumulation, I think you had identified that you will be going to the CRT ship, the Contingency White, I think it's called, and taking it up to space to go deal with this orbital cannon, as I recall. All righty. Anyone else want to add some electric boogaloo to that description while I find a song to play? Okay, I hate you all.
Oh.
Oh no, I don't like that song. I don't want to play that song. I should really label these fucking songs so I know. Chill vibes.
Just make specific playlists like I do.
Oh
Just
god,
have
that's
OCD and
terrible too.
autism.
Yeah, I should, huh? Hold on. Okay, this is like really bad because I'm like going through all my fucking music and I don't. All right, cool. Anyways, so yeah, where we find you all is you've just finished the battle with the accumulation. You see this hulking size 3 mech wreckage past the bridge the almost bridge that crosses this slow river. On the other side, and towards the right or whatever is Evergreen, and you see upon your mech's kind of picking up the outskirts of Evergreen, that many buildings are destroyed. There are fires erupting out and around the outskirts and within the city. Obviously, the colony has been taken over by Beggar One and their forces, but you have dealt with some of the forces that are kind of guarding the outside. Again, you all are barraged by latent messages from colonists. Probably there's some 2 or so weeks old, asking for help and support. You know that they're old, and so you're coming in a little late, but you'll get to them eventually. But never mind that. Off in your direction, you pick up your mech sensors again, kind of off around the eastern side of Evergreen is the Contingency White, the ship that the CRT has. You all can make your way over there, but before you do that, you might want to do a short rest to repair your mechs.
Okie
So Biku, you have.
I don't think anything happened.
Why do you have 10 of 8 HP?
I don't know. I think it's a. I'm pretty sure that's an error with With
How much
like,
do you have in hull? You have 0 in
Foundry.
hull, and your license level 4. And yeah, you should. Yeah, okay. Let me
yeah,
check
it's a foundry issue.
Yeah, it sounds like it's a foundry issue. Okay, so your HP should be 10 though, right?
My HP should be 8,
Oh, interesting.
unless there were changes to.
Nah, there wasn't. There wasn't.
Yeah.
Dawnfall, you're at 9 of 14 HP. You're good. I'm clicking on your token on the screen. Oh.
Yeah, that was really confusing. I used to do that too, but then everything broke, so then I'm just token now.
Yeah. Everything. This is not the first time everything's broken.
So you have yourself at 12 of 14.
I'm gonna drop my heat.
Did you take a hit?
Did you? Take a hit?
Oh, you did from the berserker. They did 5 damage to you. Yeah. Hold on, let me check real quick. Yeah, harpoon cannon. It's 2 damage. Okay, and then I don't think you got hit with the
No.
chain axe because that's 7 damage, and
No.
you would have got really fucked up. Cool.
It
Gotcha.
was just a harpoon shot.
Gear. You were at 3 or 4 stress, 3 or 4 structure, 5 of 10 HP. What do you use repairs for?
I will go with repairing a stress and
2.
juicing up my health. That should leave me with 1 repair left.
Yup. 1 repair left. Sounds good. And Kaiser.
Stress and structure, 1 each. So that would leave me with 3 left.
Kaiser! Nice.
Imagine actually having a repair cap that's not 4.
Gear, you need a whole
Yeah,
investment.
Fuck.
Gear went 6 agility. I'm like,
Yeah, I'm speedy. I'm going.
I don't
I'm
think anyone in
zooming.
this team built
Oh my
for
God.
anything besides memeing.
Yeah, this is
I
like
am not
smooth.
memeing. This is a completely viable and sensible build of running at everyone and burning them.
Honk,
You
honk.
didn't see Gear's build on Dragon Kids, Dragon Kids World Killer thing.
Jesus.
Cool. Yeah, as you all spend time hopping out of your mechs and repairing them, probably scavenging some needed gear from not needed, but probably some
Desirable.
desirable,
Nice to
desirable
have.
gear from the accumulation or some of these other mechs that have been riddled across the battlefield. You make those repairs because you are the skilled lancers that you are, and you see before you, as I described earlier, the the Contingency White, the ship of the CRT, is off at the bowl, and that is where I think you guys are looking to be heading next, correct?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, you've destroyed many of Beggar One's, at least Beggar One's general that's guarding the city, so there isn't a lot of resistance as you all make your way to the bowl. But as you pass through the outskirts of Evergreen, and you can kind of go around the city proper or the colony proper to make your way to the bowl. You don't have to like go inside or anything. You do pick up some images of what Evergreen is like in this state. More detailed images as you approach closer. They reveal explosions, flames, and fire riddled throughout the sectors of Evergreen. And in the center, projected in holographic form, is Beggar One's figure as it is replaying it's like it's being kind of broadcast. And you guys have heard this mission before, this message before, but Beggar One is replaying a message that it had sent out or is sending out to all receiving signals here on Icenia. It has in one hand an Egregorian that it lifts up and points to and disrespects with its body motions and movements and stuff. And if you actually choose to listen in on the message, it's just Beggar One noting that they will make this world clean. They are a union, and that the savages on this planet need to be exterminated.
This is a terrible diss track.
Oh, the music? Oh,
No.
you talk about what Beggar One's saying?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, terrible diss track. But
There are
Beggar
YouTubers
One...
who have done better.
Yeah, but yeah, there's no like direct communication to your mechs. You just kind of pick up this as you all are making your way around the outskirts and headed to the bowl. Cool. Well, as you all approach, crest over a couple hills and crest down the gravel road, which leads you all to the bowl, which you had been here there, I guess your first mission, first encounter here on Evergreen. You see that the road in front of you is littered with destroyed subalterns, destroyed mechs. And surprisingly, Contingency White looks to be intact. The ship itself stands some, I don't know, 60 or so feet tall, maybe more than that, maybe 60 to 100 feet tall, as it's kind of like resting vertically or whatever. You do pick up the signs, and actually, someone give me a systems check. Doesn't matter who, just first person.
Sure. I will
Anyone
go
but
ahead and
me.
roll. I'm assuming just blank.
Yeah, just add your systems to it. Yeah. Yes, with the 22. Q, you pick up on your Chetzwiles mech. You get images that display before your HUD, kind of like where your face is at or whatever. And it looks to be that there are some residual people. They look like to be colonists. Upon closer inspection, you see a couple faces. One face you do not know. One person you have seen before. Another person you do not know. And one person you have seen before. Among them are a range of maybe 5 to Q. Your mic is like feedback or whatever. I don't know if you were scratching your ass or some shit. I don't know.
I have no fucking idea, considering that my mic was muted.
Okay. I mean, it's okay if you're scratching your ass. That's fine. I mean, like a judgy or whatever.
I actually don't have an ass.
Oh,
Nothing there. I'm only a
fair
female.
enough.
Should probably get that looked at.
Yeah, but exactly. But yeah, Q, you pick up on your mech. There are a number of faces that kind of stick out to you. The two faces you don't know. The two faces you don't know. They only stick out. Your Chetzwile only kind of blows up their faces in a kind of not holographic, but like a screen or whatever in front of you. Only because they're the ones actually firing a lot of the weapons, taking out some of these residual subalterns that seem to be like creeping towards their position. It looks like they have an entrenched position around the Contingency White, but there looks to be maybe some 10 or so people are banging on the doors of this ship, hoping to get in. But yeah, they're just kind of holding out here, kind of taking out any subaltern force that creep towards them. What do you guys do?
I would probably want to move to support.
Yeah. Covering fire, all that jazz.
Cool. Who wants to go first?
Is it something that we need to roll for?
No, just tell me who wants to move first.
You guys want me to just burn the subalterns?
Do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie. Stompy stompy, bunny bunny.
I'd want them to stop shooting, but yeah.
Gear, as you press forward, standing tall in your 30-foot or so tall world killer, give me a systems check at 1
Why
difficulty.
systems?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
That's how mechs are made.
You said there wouldn't be anything. What's the thing? I've got like fucking
Difficulty.
or some shit. Cause fucking stupid ass.
Ooh, god damn it. I was trying to find. That's not great gear.
I don't see how burning a bunch of robots is system.
No, it's not. You will definitely burn the robots. But before you approach, Gear, as you step down and crush forward with your steps in your world killer, you seem to have triggered some bombs as these forces have set up some fire bombs that explode right around your.
Oh, firebombs.
Yeah, fire bombs. Exactly.
Agility?
There were no consequences for my actions.
You all see I guess the three of you see your compatriot Gear engulfed in these like Molotov cocktail flames that just cover all of Gear's mech.
And
Soon
Beaker just
after,
leans towards Dawnfall and is like, they're all right, right?
They're fine.
I mean, it probably causes you guys' mechs to brace a little bit, but afterwards, you just see these fires just kind of dissipate, and they just kind of like singe out on top of Gear's mech, and Gear's intact.
Well, it's probably for the best that I was first and fucked up that roll.
It didn't matter anyways. But yeah, Gear, as you press forward and you knew, you weren't going to be affected by anything. Fortunately, it was fire. You see that the group, the entrenched people by the contingency white, were hoping that those bombs would take out any subalterns. And I don't think they probably know you all super well. Rather, they don't recognize your mechs. So it looks like they probably take positions to like fire upon you all as you approach.
Yeah, I'm going to specifically move pretty like far from their position so that I am shooting flames sort of perpendicular to them to make it very fucking clear that I am not shooting at them, because fire's scary. Fire coming towards you and then stopping, very scary. So I'm going to make sure it doesn't look like that.
The action movie scene of the fucking last stand where they think they're gonna get fucked up because there's an even bigger enemy that they're not prepared to deal with, and then that enemy just turns around and flames the people they were fighting.
Yeah, so we get some plasma thrower kind of burning any residual subalterns that look like they're haven't been taken out by this entrenched group. I think with that display, Greer, these folks here, and two of them you recognize is Wei Li Chow and Maggie Chow. Looks like to be their family. Their son Albert Chow and his family are also here, kind of taking cover and hoping to escape on this contingency white. They see you, and I guess the one that you'll soon know is named as Tyrell Markey. They were probably holding a gun at you, Gear, but once they see you like kind of burning all these other subalterns or whatever, they probably like put that down as Maggie kind of puts her hand on their shoulder and says like, all right, you look to be allies. But they kind of wave you down and ask you to approach.
I would very specifically like to approach Maggie Chow.
Cool. What about the rest of you?
Standing guard.
Same.
Gear will sort of get their mech closer and sort of make it do a little slab squat and open the med bay in case they've got anyone that needs.
I'm the only one in an approachable mech.
Nice.
My mech is scary until it does a weird squat.
Nice. Yeah. Kanya, as you stand guard, your Sisyphus projects out that there are likely going to be more residual forces of, children of the accumulation that will approach you all.
You seem to like that hole. You sure you don't want it a few feet deeper?
Yeah. I can say progeny. That's more esoteric. I'll say that.
Yeah,
but so the accumulations, progeny.
Words at us.
So Sisyphus projects to you that it's probably good that someone stays guard and takes out any of these forces to protect this group here, because it looks like they've been assaulted for a good bit of time now. Kaiser, what about you?
Share the intel with I'm gonna share the intel with Kaiser. It's just like, okay, here are the approach vectors, intervals wide.
Cool.
Yep. Kaiser's also standing guard.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll just have you two standing guard as Gear and Q approach, and their War Killer and their Chitswile. Gear and Q, as you approach, Q, you say we're going to go to Maggie. Gear, are you just kind of opening your med bay and rendering aid
and
as
then
necessary?
sort of making it clear that, like, if you are wounded, come here.
Cool,
I really hate that the back of your fucking mech just has like a red cross on it. So it looks, when you squat, it looks exactly like the front of a hospital.
Pretty much, yeah.
Nice. Well, we get a scene of Gear.
Nice. This horrific fucking mech that's always on fire, just like, okay, time for doctor work.
Nice.
It's a little hospital.
We get a scene of you, Gear, kind of kneeling down in your World Killer, and kind of opening your aesthetic compartment with your med bay. And I imagine there's probably like a stair that kind of shoots out to the ground, like a little.
A little ramp. It's accessible.
Yeah, I would say probably a couple people are a little like apprehensive about, like maybe it's like
the Hell Hospital.
Yeah, maybe it's like it's like Hell Hospital. Maybe it's Albert's children that are a little like but they definitely look injured, and maybe one of them looks like they have like an injured arm or whatever. So they definitely like they need help, but they're a little a little bit trepidation about moving forward. Yeah.
Gear will like sort of go through the little back door of the cockpit to walk into like the med bay and sort of gesture for them to come if they're hurt.
Cool. Well, you you start to get one or two or three people kind of lining up and seeing that the coast is relatively clear because two are playing guard and you are kind of aiding, and then they kind of let themselves be healed by your magical hands.
You have to put everything in these ways.
Okay. Q, you approach Maggie Chow, and she does look like she's been in a fight or two. You see, as she kind of walks up to you in your Chetswile, you see behind her a destroyed demolisher like mech, which you would assume is a demolisher. It looks like an old farming, retrofitted farming mech that has been given a big hoe as a hammer or such. But anyways, it's destroyed in the back, and she kind of points back at it, and then says to you. She says she kind of points back with her left thumb and says to you, "It's been tough. You all, I'm assuming you're the ones the ones who saved my farm."
I imagine that like I mean, a size half is almost person
like
size.
9 feet. Like 9
yeah,
feet or so.
exactly. It's almost person size, but it's still much bigger. So I imagine kind of like SQ kind of stands in the midst of this like the throng of survivors and whatnot. He is kind of standing over them, and he probably looks. He's probably somewhat alienating with how massive he is compared to everyone else because of being in his mech. But as Maggie kind of recognizes him, the kind of head plate, the helmet area floats away, and he nods, and he reaches behind him, and he pulls out the teddy bear repaired, and he hands it to her.
Where'd you keep this on your mech?
My mech's got pockets, nigga.
like a little satchel, like a fanny pack cannon. You got a fanny pack on your Chetswile.
No, it's technically just like a rocket silo that I don't even use because I don't keep enough armaments on my mech.
Nice. You put it to me.
Yeah, it's on the hip. It's like you can hear the as it opens up, but as opposed to like any kind of weapon, it's just a reach into it and kind of like clawing it. I hand her the
Command,
teddy bear. And
deploy the
it's been,
teddy bear.
Firing
Yeah.
all teddy bears.
It's been repaired. You can see that it's not necessarily been repaired well. Abiku is not necessarily a great at sewing or anything.
Venom repaired it. Venom repaired it for you.
You're right. Thank you.
Yep, yep.
Then in that case, it's been very obviously repaired with Agrigorian materials. And he hands it to her, and he says, and he kind of nods and says, "We are not dead yet, and you are not alone."
She kind of accepts the gift and kind of looks at her kid, who's I guess one of Albert's kids, her granddaughter or something, that is loading up into Gear's mech, and she kind of looks down at the teddy bear and kind of holds it behind her back and kind of straightens up a little bit and says, "That's good to hear. We've had a rough time at it ourselves. We managed to escape from Evergreen, where that demon is holding a lot more folks, but we managed to get over here near this ship, hoping we could find some escape from this world. Seems to be no place we can escape from this war, whatever war this machine was talking about. I don't expect, or rather, I don't know if you wouldn't happen to know how to get in on the ship, would you?"
Q nods and says, "We were just coming to see if we could perhaps deal with that, but not to run, to finish things. I intend to take down that demon, as you say."
She walks closer to you, and you're standing some. I'd imagine Maggie's probably like 6 feet or something like that, but you're probably standing like some 4 or so feet taller than her. And she looks up at you and says, "I know this may come off the wrong way, but me and my family, we have young ones. I can't say the rest about the others, and I don't know how much space you have on your ship or the ship you can get on, but you could consider taking us with you. I would be eternally grateful."
Shaka, I have a more so setting question.
Breach.
Would it like cost us a charge or anything to get our Agrigorian allies to kind of escort Maggie and her family somewhere safer?
Yes, you can totally do that. I would say it would cost you a charge to
have your DHUC mobilize and evac these folks.
I will refer to my allies on what you all think, because it is not as though we are going anywhere safer. We are leaving one active battle to go and activate another battle.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll actually help them. Like, obviously they just want to not be where they are. Which, fair, but where we're going is still going to not be good.
That's why I'm asking if you all would be fine with expending a charge to kind of call up an escort to get them somewhere safe, since we aren't going anywhere safer.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can get the HCC to deal with them.
In that case, Shaka, back in character, Q is going to say, "I am sorry, my friend. We are going to no safer place, but that does not mean that I will leave you here with your young in such a hostile zone." And he kind of turns to his side a little bit, and he very clearly kind of radios into the HCU that he needs a civilian evac, and kind of gives them their location.
Okay.
And he says, he will turn back to Meg and he says, "As I said, you are not alone. We come with friends, and they will ensure that you and yours are placed somewhere safely."
Okay. She says to you quietly, as it looks like Tyrell Markey, this tallish, kind of obviously burned and tattooed individual, starts to approach you all from maybe like 30 or so yards away. She kind of leans in and says, I appreciate it, but might remind you, the others, Jacob Merrick, Tyrell Markley, and the others with them, seem pretty intent getting off this planet. We will happily accept your graciousness. Tell us where to be, and we'll be ready to deploy or move as soon as possible. She says, thank you.
He nods and says, "There are no thanks required."
Cool.
And then he
As
turns and faces.
Yeah, as you say that,
like
Tyrell
like-
Markley approaches like M. Bison from the Street Fighter 2 movie. He's like kind of confident and has got like a cigarette in his mouth. Don't smoke it.
Oh, as Q turns, helmet closed.
The helmet closes.
Murder mode.
Gear, you as you're helping out some of the Albert's kids or whatever, you catch kind of like a glimpse. I imagine you're probably doing some doctor stuff and like patching up and doing like tourniquets and stuff, but you kind of catch across the valley here, across the bowl or whatever. You see this Tyrell Markley individual walking up with like not malicious intent, but like walking up aggressively. But he's pretty far away from you. Just you notice it though. Anyways, go ahead. Oh yeah, but, okay. So anyways, okay. Anyways, Tyrell kind of walks up and says, "Oi, you! So, you taking out a lot of these forces, huh? But you leave us to fend for ourselves. Where were you when Evergreen was assaulted? I heard about you, Lances from on far. But right when we needed you the most, you fucking left us. Every single one of us. You know how many of us have died?"
Okay. I was gonna ask if I could interrupt him when he said, "Where?"
Oh, I didn't hear what you said. Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to interrupt him when he said, "Where were you when Evergreen was getting attacked?" Because I was going to say, "Under an orbital bombardment." Just saying. Just saying, Chief. I'm just saying, man.
Yeah.
Renegade interrupt.
You say that, and they look at you and say, "An orbital bombardment. Yeah, you look pretty okay to me. But look at the city." And he points towards Evergreen, and it's burning, and there's buildings destroyed, and and he kind of looks at the people. He says, "Look at these people," and they look obviously injured, obviously distraught, obviously depressed, and just like looking for a way out. You think you've had it worse than us? It's about time you all start doing what's right for the people you came here to save. Get us on that fucking ship and get us off this fucking planet.
Can I ask to roll a die?
What do you want to do?
I want to read a situation specifically because I'm trying to understand what kind of person this guy is. Like, what kind of stimuli he responds to. You know what I mean?
I can tell you that for free.
Fire.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out like what kind of stimuli would he respond to most positively.
Justin, if Gear went dark and Gear went edgy and Mad Edgelord, this is Gear.
Yeah, but Gear is still a fairly diplomatic individual. I think even if Gear went dark, they would still have that core of diplomacy.
It's evil Gear.
Bring on the Gear.
If we had Shadow Gear, if we had, I still think Shadow Gear would be an individual who could be compelled and persuaded by acts of diplomacy rather than force. So I'm trying to figure out, is this someone who responds more to force, or is this someone who would respond to diplomacy and they're just kind of in their feelings?
Interesting. I'm just like ruminating over what the first tattoo Shadow Gear would have. Okay.
How do you know that Gear doesn't already have tattoos? You don't know shit.
I don't know. I don't know.
Grandma's covered.
Cool. I'm sorry, Q. You said what kind of diplomacy there is. Oh, you want to roll? You want to roll?
Yeah, I wanted to roll to see if I could get a better understanding of how.
Take an accuracy. Take an accuracy. I mean, honestly, you don't have to roll, but if you want to roll, I'll let you. A 10, yeah. your ability to ascertain people's personalities is very very keen. With a 10,
He's
you
a better Impeto than he is an Impy.
yeah.
It's been established.
Yeah, you get the sense that Tyrell Markey looks to be some type of combatant. Looks to be quite handy with and familiar with environments where there's combat around. They almost look way more attuned to the sounds of war than any militia member you've ever encountered in Evergreen.
So Shaka, just answer me this. Yes or no? Is this someone who would respond much more clearly to kind of like a show of dominance and or force?
All the signs are pointing towards that, but I won't give you a definite answer.
Okay, that's fine. In which case, I think Q is going to kind of, as he listens, he's going to cock his head, almost like a puppy, but he's in this like big, intimidating shakamek, So it doesn't come off as puppy; it comes off as predator determining whether or not they should bite you. And then he's going to step forward towards this guy, and he's going to kind of lean in a little bit close, and he is going to say, "Is that what you think? That we feel we have had it harder than you?"
Well, when I asked where you all been, he said you were under some type of duress, but you all look okay to me. All that matters is you get us on that fucking ship and you get us away from here.
And where exactly do you intend to go? And
Anywhere
he's going
but
to grab
Harsinia.
his shoulder and forcibly turn him around to view the city. You intend to run like a dog. Where I am going, I intend to fight and kill the enemies who you seem so afraid of.
Tyrell kind of slowly tries to pull himself away from your grasp and says,
He adjusts him so that he can.
No, he definitely pulls himself away.
Yeah.
And he says, "Touch me fucking again, and I'll make sure." And he kind of grabs his chest and
levels
like
3 auto guns at him.
Yeah, it's immediate. It's on fucking sight.
Yeah.
It's on
What?
sight.
Yeah, he's like, "Touch me again, and I'll fucking blow you sky high. I don't care if you're here to help or not. All that matters to me is you get me and these people off this fucking planet."
And all that matters to me is that I saved this fucking planet. Now, you can either assist me and put the enemies of both of us in the ground, or you can get in my way and end up like all the others.
Listen, I may not come off that way. I may look a little singed in my pleasantries, but I'm telling you, I'm on your team. I just need you all to get me on that fucking ship and get me off this planet. I'm willing to help any way I can.
We intend to get on the ship and to get off the planet. But we are only going towards more fighting. So tell me, are you truly the ally you say you are? Are you ready to bring the fight back to them? For good. And I'm trying to kind of make it clear, if I can potentially roll again for lead and inspire. I'm trying to kind of like inspire this guy to he's kind of gotten into that war dog mood where he's like, well, shit's fucked, time to leave, tail between my legs type deal. And I'm trying to kind of inspire him to follow us onto this ship.
He's already gonna do that. Yeah, but he doesn't want to go back to combat. Yeah, he doesn't want to go back to combat. He wants to go somewhere else.
Yeah, he wants to just get out of there, but he's being aggressive.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm saying.
Do you have data plating?
I have basically. What the fuck? Oh yeah, I do have data plating.
Okay, so you just received 2 very different messages.
One that's like murder, murder, murder. One that's less murder. Do you want me to sedate him?
Oh no,
Q, there's no chance that you're gonna convince him to do anything that you want to do other than him escaping. I'll just tell you that flat out.
He just wants to get off planet. He's at the end of his sort of capability.
there is zero chance
There's zero chance
I
that he's
can't
going
convince
to.
that I can
Nope.
convince this man
Nope.
to drop an orbital bombardment on the machine.
Tyrell Markley wants to get off planet and take the ship somewhere else. That is undeniable and unavoidable.
Yeah.
It's not his ship though, right?
It is not his ship. He has to get on first.
It's not his ship. It's also a situation where we need the ship to disable.
The ship isn't going anywhere far. It's not going somewhere safe. It's just going to do a very specific job and come back.
The ship is a non-negotiable, effectively, because I don't think he's gonna. Even if we secure the station, I don't think he's going to want to just stay on the station. Is he, Shaka?
He hasn't thought that way. You don't get the sense he's thought that way that much through, but you do get the sense that he's getting this information that the ship can take him and others far away. He's getting that information from someone, but you don't get the sense who that is, because obviously he didn't arrive on the ship, right?
Yeah. Is there anything I can do to try to figure out who he's getting that information from, or no?
He's pretty aggressive at the moment. I don't know
Yeah.
if he'll be able to get any information.
With the data plating, I tell Kanya to hold. That there is no evil to be seen.
Don't blow up his fucking head.
Kanya, just as Q says that, you see a couple of subalterns crest over the hills, and
you show up to shoots them instead.
Yeah,
Gear. I'm not Gear, but Legion, Kaiser. You see the same thing as a couple of subalterns start charging at you, maybe a group.
Yeah, Gear, you get the sense that this is the same setup as before, and when you hear the fire, you might think that we're shooting him. But no. Abiku doesn't even flinch, and also on the dating plating, he responds to Gear, and it just very, very simply, yes.
Okie dokie. I'm going to use little tranquilizer. Is he intensely focused on Katipe at the moment?
Yeah, you see Tyrell kind of like yelling and pointing and pointing every which direction and kind of like raising their fist as like a kind of like, "Are you motherfucker?"
Okay.
Look,
would you
I'm also in a mech. I can literally. I'm also in a mech. I can literally just hold this man.
That is true, but that's going to have bad results. I think.
Tyrell will definitely.
Would you prefer a nice, quiet, ranged tranquilization or the sneaky, stabby kind?
That is
whichever you are better at.
Yeah, I guess whichever you're better at. I can aid you in that regard because I'm pretty sure I can assist. I'm pretty sure I can render aid to you by distracting him by continuing.
Okay.
Lock on for the range attack.
Yeah.
Taka. So if I were to. What?
Sorry, I had to tell Alexa to be quiet. Actually, can I use the bathroom real quick? I'm about to die.
Sure thing.
Okay.
Right. So's this man. It's fine.
Very close.
This man's not going to die. He's just going to be knocked out for 12 to 36 hours.
I don't know what you mean. He might die. Because when it comes to the Infakane, it's kind of on site.
Well, I'm not Infakane, and I don't murder people just randomly, do I?
This man poked me, and I'm in a mech, and it was on site.
God. So my options are either I'm assuming just doing a manual injection would be a patch, which is going to be pretty easy for the role.
Biology. All right, go ahead, Gear.
Hello. That was quick. So if I were to do it manually, as in injectable, I'm guessing that would be a patch, yeah.
Well, so you're pretty far away from. I mean, at least 100 or so yards away from where I would assume Q to be and Tyrell to be. So you would have to leave your med bay, walk over there, and then sedate them. I mean, you could do it friendly, but yeah, you can walk up friendly and then just like surprise them or whatever. But
That would.
I would
be
say-
I was
fine
also
for them,
gonna ask, like, since obviously I know what's happening, could I not render aid by keeping the attention focused on me while they,
Yeah, having
approach?
a yell
I will
fight.
say it is risky because Tyrell has always threatened you that if you touch them again, they're going to blow you up.
Okay, tranquilizer
question.
gun then.
Okay, well, yeah, tranquilizer gun.
That's probably a little less problematic.
Oh no, that's
I'll
cool.
just say, Gear, you have a tranquilizer gun. I know you don't, but I'll say you do.
I don't think that's a specific piece of gear, but I imagine like
You probably it is. That's
Well,
fair. Fair. It isn't a specific piece of gear, so you have it.
I feel like that's just something that a medic might find useful.
What did you actually come to Icenia for? Is the question.
Big game
There's a secret compartment.
full of knowledge.
Okay, what kind of role do you want me to go for?
What triggers do you have?
Ones that are relevant. Patch, stay cool might be able to.
Yeah,
be
I like stay cool.
applied.
Yeah, I like stay cool. Yeah.
alright.
Could I, again, Shaka, can I give Gear an accuracy by keeping the attention focused on me?
How would you
effectively
do that?
I mean, I'm not going to touch them.
Oh,
but
I got you.
Yeah. Just continuing to talk to them, continuing to like.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah,
yeah.
that sounds good. Yeah, go ahead and take an accuracy. Yeah. I would just say, nope, you're good. Just go ahead and roll it. Yeah, baby.
Yeah,
Here, how do you put a little dart in them?
Seeing that there's a problem there, I send a little message quickly as I'm like patching up a kid. Then just poke my head out the mech again. It's like, okay. Grabs a thing from a secret compartment and then just sort of leans out.
Nice. As you do that, Tyrell is getting a little bit more frustrated at you, as I imagine they've probably been arguing with you the whole time. And they start to get a little buck, and they're like, tell you what, I'll just take your fucking mech and blast through those doors myself. And they kind of like put their hands on you, but as soon as they do, they're shot. And the sign like, what the fuck? And they kind of slide off.
Can I,
fuck?
as they're like falling over, can I like grab them and remove the dart?
Why would you remove the dart?
Yeah, if you remove
leave
the
the-
dart, the tranquilization won't work because it's
well, no, I'm saying. Oh,
it injects essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
A partially tranquilized person is going to be very unreceptive, and then when it sort of wears off, they're going to be very fucking upset.
So
I'm
So it's probably
more
not a good
so-
idea.
I'm more
to
so offering the
untrack
idea as once the dart has fully
Oh yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
done
Oh,
injecting,
okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
so that it's
Go ahead.
not people being like, oh man, this man obviously has a tranquilizer dart in him.
Why does this militaristic man have a bunny tail?
Yeah, evil. But yeah, I just kind of slowly ease him to the ground, and then I kind of like very coyly, yeah, need your help.
Q, as you ease him to the ground, he's gonna say, kind of whispered a little bit, but your mech picks up on it. He says, "I'm gonna fucking kill us all."
Okay. And as kind of like through the data plating, I'm gonna say to Gear, make sure he's restrained, make sure he doesn't have his weapons, etc.
Yeah.
And I kind of turn and look towards the last person, the Jacob guy.
Jacob Merrick is at the door of the ship, banging on it with maybe 5 or so other people. There's a group of people kind of at the base of the Bowls launching pad, maybe like 3 or 4 other people who are just kind of like looking anxiously at what's going on with you all and then what's going on with the door to see if they're able to get in. But it clearly looks like Jacob Merrick is the one kind of leading this fruitless assault on the ship. Yeah. Hold on. Let's what's Connie and Kaiser doing? Why are you guys just still ripping up subalterns and
Just
shit?
been fucking shit up over there.
Yeah,
Oh.
Kaiser's probably got bored and taken to the skies.
Kanye is releasing some aggression.
I think as you two are kind of off in the distance, taking out, securing the perimeter, you all probably have a good image on Evergreen. It's still, burning. Buildings look emaciated. I guess buildings look emaciated. Buildings look destroyed and stuff. And you see the the very tall holographic projection of Beggar One, stop with its recorded projection and turn towards you all. As it does that, you see two images of, one image in each of your mechs pop up on your mech's HUD. And Beggar One says, Why do you toy around with my toys? You know that my only mission here is as yours, to make this world clean, bring peace to Arsenia.
Oh, do you ever shut up? And he's gonna try and scramble the signals.
Cool. What do you give me a roll?
What? Hack?
That sounds good. That sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It can be your mech. It can be your mech, or it can be your triggers. It's up to you.
No. I don't want to open Origin. Stop.
Oh, Beggar One won. Beggar One has won. He has hacked into your.
I hate that if Beggar One gets control of your mech, he opens Origin.
God, he fucking
Beggar
would
One
too.
is sponsored by EA.
I believe it.
My hacker fix is better, so I'll go with that.
Go for it.
Goodbye. Steam, stop. Not right now. Everybody go.
Yeah, Beggar One's fucking you up right now.
Apparently, he's trying to restart my Steam.
Nice. Yeah, you're able to scramble the signal of Beggar One as their little holographic projection inside your HUD just kind of scrambles away in like sideways bars or whatever. Sisyphus asks you, why do they keep knocking?
So they're old, addled, and delusional.
Sisyphus projects three options, which cascade into many more. I don't mean to say cascade, but they diverge into many other options, and they all end up in ways to take out Beggar One, just in different ways to do that.
Keep them on.
Nice. I'll select options 1 through 500, please. Kaiser, the same message. Well, I'd say probably a different message kind of projects on your Enkidu. Beggar One says to you, "Child, do you know what kind of mech you pilot? This is an instrument I found quite functional in the years when my father's mission, was in its prime. I would entertain. Would you like to lend your aid in making this world clean, doing what it is Union was here to do?"
Well, you know what they say about the sins of the father. Wouldn't it be funny and ironic if I took you out with one of your own?
I welcome it. But when you fail, I will ask you this question again. Join me, and I promise we will do Union's work, clean this planet of its unfit ilk, and bring peace to Icernia.
I was a part of Union once. It's not really my thing. I'm more of a lone jaguar, something like that. I don't go with things that I don't like. And I don't like the fact that you can't really drink tea either.
Well, things can change. Maybe I will end up doing something that you find fancy. Maybe the only course of action that you find in your fruitless attempts to repel me is eventually joining me. The option will lay on the table. So do not. I will simply kill you.
Well, I would say that I wouldn't take someone of my past to be loyal to anyone. Otherwise, you end up with a dagger in your back. But if you want me to swear fealty to you, then yes, I'm as good as my word, apparently.
Yes, I think you'll be quite useful, whether you admit to it or not. And Beggar One comes out. So Q, as you approach, Jacob Merrick, correct?
Affirmative.
Cool. What are you doing with Tyrell Markley?
Oh, I gave him the gear. Like
Oh, okay,
we
cool.
established that. I was giving them the gear,
scooped
and I
him
had
into
gear take
the med bay.
away all their weapons and stuff and restrain them.
Cool. Gear as Q brings over Tyrell Markey. You're finishing up maybe some after you've kind of put down your big old tranquilizer gun. You're finishing up some repairs on some kids and Albert's kids.
Prepare
and,
the children.
yeah, healing hands. They say, "Wow, when we get out of here, I want to shoot that just like you." Okay.
Remember, kids, join the Metacore. You can trank people with no.
No consequences to your actions.
Nice. Whaley Chow kind of like says, "Come here, child," and she says she apologizes to you, but as she sees Tyrell being kind of like brought into your med bay because obviously they're out cold, drooling and such.
God.
Cool.
Yeah. Gear will give like a sort of like stifled laugh at the kid, and then sort of give a nod to Miss Chow.
Cool. Well, yeah, you finish up some of those medical treatments on the kids and kind of, I guess, secure, sedate, or restrain Tyrell Market should they wake up anytime soon. But Q, you continue to approach the crowd that's at the base of the landing bowl, and then the group that's looks to be led by Jacob Merrick, who are trying to find a way into the contingency white. Looks like they're getting ready to set up some explosive to blow through the front door, which is probably not smart.
Yeah, I think I would comment as much. Probably something quippy along the lines of like, typically you want a spaceship entirely sealed. I would not recommend that.
You see Jacob Merrick kind of look back in their glasses, and they actually look pretty immaculate, and they're kind of retaining they obviously are a person who likes to retain their authoritative figure, whether that's in dress or just in posture. And
I don't know. Saw Miss
Yeah.
Tudor.
yeah, they hold up their hand and kind of like as you kind of speak in like in a palm motion, like an open palm motion, says, you can say, "Now hold on there, friend. We're just trying to get out of here."
If you seek a safe place, I have an easier solution for you.
Well, tell me about it, because from who I hear, this ship can take us way off this planet, on to better places. I can go
And-
back to my family in the armory.
And who do you hear from?
They look around, and it seems like there's a bunch of nameless faces around. No, nothing particular. Maybe some Evergreen colonists that you may or may not have seen around.
Is he like
He's looking for the
around
person.
because we're in earshot of them, or?
No, he's looking around for the person, but he can't find them. But they say, where is that one? Anyways, it doesn't matter. The ship is going to take us off, and we need to get on board. Either you're here to help, or you're here to hinder us. But I'll be honest, can't stop you, friend.
Thinking. Sorry.
As you're in character thinking, they're still setting up this bomb to like blow up. You probably
like
you're a Lance. Yeah,
It's like
you're
a
a Lance.
Mass Effect thing. You just stare at the camera, staring at.
I'd like to. I think I'd
Yeah,
like to
wait,
very
hold on,
clearly.
Q. You can actually give me a. Do you have like a trigger check, like a understand, like read a situation? Give me a read a situation.
Yeah, I have read a situation.
Yeah, give me that. I'm just trying to determine if you know how deadly how destructive this bomb will be.
If I don't, I know someone who will. If I can find my character sheet, there you are. I guess read a situation.
Yeah, Q. It looks like this is a makeshift kind of charge. It is a thermite charge that looks to be like the way they've set it up. And while they don't exactly know what they're doing, they probably have received a little bit of instruction how to get in. It looks like they're trying to cut through the exterior port door. It's like the ship's umbilical cord. You know what they use to like dock other ships. They're trying to cut through the first door with this thermite charge.
I see. So could I, without having to like say it as in character, could I basically explain to Jacob, just exactly what their method of, excuse me, I feel like I'm about to sneeze and I don't want to sneeze into the mic.
Do it. We need the real Q.
Ugh. Nope, I held it. Fuck you.
All right, you're gonna blow up.
Probably later. I basically would like to convey to Jacob, what exactly like their method of getting in is going to do to the ship, and thus what them getting into space will do to them due to the damages on the ship.
Cool. You're gonna ask him that explicitly?
I want to explain it to him explicitly.
Oh, okay. Explain to. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
When you do this, when you get into a vacuum, everyone is going to get sucked out of a tiny little crack.
You probably get the sense that Jacob has thought about that much through. They're hoping that once they get through the first door, that the second door will probably be unlocked and they can just like go in. But they know that they can't do any like enough damage to like damage the integrity of the ship.
Okay. Then why? Wait. So is the bomb dangerous? I'm confused.
The bomb's just like gonna go through. So there's like, we'll just say like there's a ship's like umbilical cord that uses a dock with other like stations or whatever. Yeah. There's like two doors. There's like the actual door to the ship, and then there's like this umbilical cord door that they're trying to cut through. They're hoping that the actual door to the ship is like unlocked.
And if
it's not, then they'll have to figure something out.
Yeah, then in that case, I guess I kind of like surmise this information from looking at the explosive and kind of like having an understanding that they are trying to get off the ship. And I will explain to Jacob the probability like that this isn't the case. Also, the fact that this will make there probably aren't like supplies on the ship. They don't hold it, and this will make it impossible for them to dock with another ship safely. They have a better chance.
Also mentioned that we know for a fact that there is an armed orbital platform between him and escape.
Exactly. Yeah, he seems a lot calmer and a lot more empowered, so I imagine that I'm like explaining all of this to him while leading him away from everyone else's ears, since he's trying to project like being in charge. So.
Oh, interesting.
So it's kind of like, like you might want to tell your guys over here to slow down. There are some factors that whoever told you could escape like this, and who doesn't seem to be present, didn't clue you in on.
Yeah. So yeah, Q, as you explained that, Jacob kind of like tells the folks to pause on what they're doing. We're trying to breach the ship before you two can have that conversation. You kind of explain to him like what could happen and what you guys are going to do and what your whole mission is. And you almost you definitely see their legs buckle and they kind of fall down to the ground. And you guys are probably you guys aren't out of eye shot of like the others. As you see this, figure that, you've only just met them now, but they kind of portray that authoritative figure that you just see them crumble like down because this was their only hope. And they kind of look back at you and say, what are we supposed to do? I've lost my family. Fucking planet has been an utter waste of my whole life. Tell me, what am I supposed to do?
I think Q kind of bends down and says, all is not lost yet. If you are looking for direction, then I promise you there is safety to be had, yet still. And I also promise a return to normalcy. That we will put an end to Beggar One. But and Q kind of points towards the people who are kind of gathered at the ship, at the door to the ship. Those people need you right now. They followed you this far. You are a leader to them, no?
Yeah, they hear your words and kind of do the kid wipe of their eyes, like kind of like using their sleeves to like wipe their eyes and like their snot and stuff, and kind of gather themselves again. They say, "Right."
And then Abiku says, then tell them to get ready. And he's going to give Jacob the same coordinates that he gave to Maggie
Okay.
for the civilian
Cool.
for the civilian transport out.
Cool. As you do that, you kind of go to a side with Jacob and kind of like give him this little pep talk. Give me a systems check.
All these fucking rolls, man. All these fucking rolls, man.
Nice. Q, you know,
I know that
you're
too for a second. I was just
yeah.
I was just like, God,
No, you're good. Your Chetsuayo has probably scanned this ship and is got a pretty good understanding of just your internal compcon on your Chetsuayo. And you get the sense that there was a door that opened during at the rear exterior of the ship, and it is kind of now closed. And Jacob kind of stands up and says, "You're right. If you can give us aid, then I guess we'll do what we can. Well, maybe there's something else to salvage here on Icenia." And they go back to the people who are trying to blow up the front door. He says, hold, and then we kind of like go ahead.
Yeah.
Cut away.
I would like to immediately fucking patch into everyone what my systems picked up. I also very want to quickly say Abiku does not have a standard CompCon system because his has been modified by Walsey.
Cool. You have a Walsey CompCon?
Yeah. It sounds like
Con?
Michael B. Jordan for some reason. He's not sure.
He did say that. I can't do a Michael B. Jordan voice though. So.
Yeah. No. What was the one that you were more comfortable doing? The guy from American Gods.
Oh, what's his name?
Who plays
who plays Anansi?
who plays Anansi.
God,
yeah, it's that. But no, it's that it is just a continuation of that joke. Don't worry about it, Shaka.
Nice.
Walsey touches all of Abiku's shit.
Nice. Yeah, you let the team know that there was a access to the contingency white somewhere.
And since but yeah, as we get kind of everyone ready to leave, and I probably explained to like Jacob and Maggie that they're let's say overdone friend. Their somewhat cooked friend got a little bit excited. And
Tyrell marking.
Yeah, he got overly excited, and in these strenuous situations, when the body's under that much pressure, sometimes it just shuts down, so that it can reserve. So that would be like that. So that would be like that.
Science.
He was feeling a little bit faint, so he's resting now. And he's only really restrained so he doesn't hurt himself because
Yeah. You get the sense that they understand exactly why this individual is out right now.
Yeah,
they don't see any like
understand
wounds
my
on him or
euphemism.
anything.
They
They understand. Yeah, they know that Tyrell was useful for certain moments, and this is not a moment that they were useful for. But yeah, you all grouped together
before they leave. Quebec kind of like very casually turns away, and then he's like, "Oh, one more thing. What was the name of the individual who gave you the information about the ship?"
Oh, Jacob. Yeah. Jacob says, I only had an interaction with him once or twice, but I believe it was one of those CRT members. But most of them are back at the prison camp in Evergreen.
We'll be sure to give them our thanks when we go there and, well, I won't say rescue, but render our aid.
Well, I hope to God they're still alive. We're lucky if you were able to escape thanks to Tyrell.
Understood. And as our Harsinian friends come pick them up,
Yeah. You probably get a scene of Venom walking up, trailing you all with the rest of the Hysterian Rangers are probably a contingent of the Hysterian Rangers who are riding in on some mechs and some. They probably emerged out of like an underground cavern or something like that with an Incala or whatever. Anyways, they start doing a quick extraction of these rest of these people.
Abiku on the outside, A posing for dominance. Abiku on the inside, Gideon clapping his hands like a little schoolgirl.
Yeah, you probably get on your Chetswire, your comms. You just don't get anything verbally from Venom, but the image, their visage does pop up on your. They kind of like give you like a wink and a nod and says, well, they probably say, "Q, we've got this. Finish your mission."
Q's own visage pops up on Venom's thing, and his features like noticeably soften as he's not so like stern looking. And he says, "Your wish is my command."
Yeah, they probably tell you to come back alive too.
No, not that part. I'm gonna die.
Cool.
Sorry, boss man.
Cool. Well, we'll do like a little screen wrap here and say that you all are together.
I hate the Star Wars screen
Yeah,
wrap.
We'll say that there aren't any more subalterns. Yeah, we aren't any more subalterns. Well, actually, there probably is a little more subalterns, but the HUC Rangers extraction team led by Venom and their booth though is kind of taking care of the rest of them. So you guys have a time to figure out how to get on the ship for one, and do the rest of your mission.
Yeah. Do we need to? My first thought is hacking the doors open.
Yeah.
And I look to Kanya for that.
Hello?
Because we are both engineers, but we are very different kinds of engineers. I'm an inventor create engineer.
But yeah, can I try and hack or fix the door open?
So you want to approach the contingency white?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I mean, you would technically have to like load your mechs on like the.
Can we even?
There's a door for pilots, and then there's it looks to be big enough to carry at least.
No. What I was gonna say is, can we even load our mechs without getting an access? Yeah.
So that's why I wanted to hack it open.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Cool. I guess you try and hack it open from your Pegasus from range or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You get a visage that pops up on your mech as you attempt to start hacking through, or as Sisyphus attempts to start hacking through. It is of Connie. They address themselves as Connie. They are also an NHP. And Connie almost looks like Cortana from Halo. It's got a short, kind of bluish hair and, kind of a bluish body and such, and isn't necessarily clothed in anything, but isn't necessarily exposing anything or whatever. And Connie says,
blue Barbie doll.
Yeah, exactly. Connie says, no need for that. I've been told you all are welcome aboard.
To whom do we have the pleasure?
Well, by my calculations, the CRT is attained, and it is important that we get their data off of this planet. And I would reason that you all are headed off of Hycernia. From there, I can communicate with Landmark Colonial and get what data the CRT has collected back to the company. So, in a way, our missions align.
Very well.
Why didn't they let everyone else in if the missions align so well?
What'd you say?
Why didn't they let the others in? The others also want to get off. So, why not let those guys in?
Do you want to ask that to Kanya so Kanya can ask it?
Yeah, it is through the data plating. Just immediately, like, it is very specifically.
Do you actually have data plating?
Yeah, I have data plating. What the fuck, Shaka? I have data plating. It's not scoping a personal fucking drone.
Okay. I don't check
And
you guys'
for some reason, it doesn't want me to have my Ukuwa anymore. But whatever.
Yeah.
It's taken away my Ukuwa.
Mm-hmm.
And my own was so low, but I didn't want to bring it up.
Yeah.
I swear I changed to an
Bumbalooza.
Yeah, I swear I changed my armor, but It still has me in the stealth hard suit, so whatever. I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
gonna
alright.
I'm not gonna make a fuss about it.
I trust you. What do you say?
Yeah.
Kanye?
It's like,
To Kanya, it
Well-
was just like if the mission aligned so well, why not help the others who were also effectively trying to get off planet? And then a very quick addendum of not sure if I trust NHP this close to the presence of Beggar One.
um,
Remember, someone else got access on this ship. We don't know who, but my systems picked it up.
my
Kanye,
captain.
what do you say?
I'm getting there, Jesus.
Oh, sorry.
Sort of takes a moment. Before we commence, my captain wants information on. First of all, if your only objective is reaching orbit, why not allow the civilians on board?
Connie says, "Easy answer. I had little faith they would be able to pilot this contingency whites and systems. They all look to be, I don't mean this in a derogatory way, farmers."
Normies.
Chuckles a little bit. Fair. Very well. According to our sensors, Bulkhead 305 was activated 1500 hours. Who boarded or left your ship?
I am not picking up any disturbances or access points being opened, and since the arrival of the CRT.
Interesting. In that case, would you mind if I run a general diagnostic once we're airborne?
Please, go ahead. I just want one thing. As you all go to where you're going, I'm sure I'm not going to ask the particulars of it. Leave the contingency white in space. I may be able to hail any arriving or surveying landmark colonial forces in a year or two. So they pretty much just asking you to don't bring it back to the planet.
Unfortunately, we do need to return to the surface after our mission is completed.
Understandable. If you could potentially, wherever you're going, leave me there, I can figure it out from there.
If another option becomes available, we can negotiate that.
That is agreed upon then. We have an agreement. She opens the doors. It's like the pilot doors are open and the bomb just kind of like the thermite charge kind of like falls off or whatever. And you see it's kind of peering into the contingency white. It looks pretty Gucci. Like there is like a nice leather floor, like walkway that leads to the ship, and it looks like really nice.
Harrison money, if I had to guess. Great.
You see a small SSC insignia below Landmark Colonial.
Can I are the hallways big enough that I could fit my mech inside?
I mean, you could duck down and move, but it's going to be really like you're going to have to move. It would be really hard for you to do that.
That's fair. I mean, it's fine. I don't have to. I just
You have to be
was
crouching
wondering.
the whole time. It's like Gandalf walking into like a hobbit home.
Yeah, I don't have to do it. I was really just wondering for the sake of knowing. But yeah.
Once we start docking our mechs, I make a point not to connect the system port for Sisyphus and tell him to use the systems to do a full check and do an external scan before anything else. Do not, under any circumstances, directly interface with their NHP.
Cool. You do a quick internal scan, and you get that Connie has set up some type of I guess the best way to explain it is like data barrier around the contingency. Effectively, you don't get any signs of Beggar One has attempted or Beggar has probably attempted to go into the ship or hack into Connie, but whatever it's carrying is able to repel the assaults of this NHP.
It's effectively a closed system, not
Firewall.
connected to the
I'd just say
internet.
firewall.
So to
Yeah,
speak.
I'd just say firewall. Yeah.
Quick question for our teammates: weren't we planning on having some Hycerian reinforcements with us so that when we left the satellite, they would stay on?
That, I believe, was part of the plan, yes.
Okay.
Alrighty, if you want to do that, we can take another tick on your Hycerian Ranger's clock.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, I would say some residual forces of the Rangers will join you all. Some elite Rangers will also board on with, we'll say 2 Strider mechs and we'll say 2 Strider pilots will board with you all. But yeah, so as you all board onto the contingency, you get a very introductory kind of tour guide from Connie, as she almost like she's like replaying like an entry kind of like instructional tutorial for where the ship's systems are at, and they just kind of like detail like where you can find the blah 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 and like how you actually fly the ship, and she can assist with a lot of things. But
is it kind of like when you like fly on like the fucking plane and they play like the fucking video where it's like this plane's equipped with
Yeah.
There are 3 exits. Please connect the buckle by putting the slat into the.
Yeah. They also
SCC we care.
Yeah.
Cool.
They also point to the rooms of the CRT, which are labeled as vacant right now. Actually, Connie has decided to, depending on the reports that she's heard so far, or they've heard so far, is that Roy Mahler Call's room is marked as deceased.
That was Muscle Nutting guy, right?
Yeah,
Muscle Man.
Creepy dude. Yeah. But yeah, you all are able to. I mean, it's a vertically aligned ship. So I mean, when you load your mechs on, you have to climb ladders to get to the bridge, and then kind of sit perpendicular to the firing off or whatever. But you guys have free access to fire off and go take out this orbital weapon.
It's time to get going.
Cool.
I want combat, baby.
Cool. Well, as you all load up your mechs and fasten yourselves into the contingency white, who's in the? I just need to know who's in like the driver's seats. There's 2 driver's seats and there's like 2 like gun seats. There's probably like some batteries. Actually, there are 4 batteries on this gun, like PBC batteries that I need to know who's probably sitting in those seats to pilot.
Who has like the best kind of reactionary type skills that would be useful for operating a vehicle?
Stay cool. That's somewhat useful, and survive. Which, if something goes bad, then that will be useful. But I don't have anything that's good for like zoom in.
Kaiser, how about you? What do you
take control and survive?
Take control. More social, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's force of will, violence, or direct action.
Take control of that. Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
If we
That's
want,
probably
and
the best
you are flying, so you have a flying mech, so it does kind of make sense that might translate better.
If you try to shoot stuff and take control, I won't let you. I'm gonna let you do it, but it's gonna be more difficult.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think you should be piloting with take control.
Yeah.
What else does people have?
Stay cool, blow something up. Word on the street.
Yeah, that's going to be very useful for shooting.
It's like, okay, I
can ship it where we are going though.
No, it's fine. I can pilot that has a YouTube tutorial up on the side.
God.
Evil.
It's like the ship is coming out of a dark alleyway.
I mean, aren't the rest of us going to just be shooting into like the turret seats anyway?
Yeah, but we need someone who can actually fly.
Yeah, there's 2.
There's 2.
Yeah, there's usually a co-pilot.
Yeah.
It might be you and Kaiser Gear who have the best like things, because I know that I don't have anything that is particularly good for flying. I have Inventor, Create, Read a Situation, Leader, Inspire, Spot. Spot at best. I feel like Spot is my only useful trait here, and it's going to be more useful for spotting something to shoot than it is going to be for like piloting jack shit.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess stay cool kind of applies to flying.
Yeah.
It's
if you've got survive, evasive action.
Yeah, if they start charging the death beam at us, I want our pilot to stay cool about it.
Oh god, they're charging the death beam!
Yeah, don't start like jamming the steering wheel. I will. I know Ibiku. He's not good in stressful situations. We had a whole character arc about it.
Yeah, the rolls. Yeah. Cool. So it sounds like who's sitting in the PDC spots, the turret spots.
Me and Quick.
Okay, cool. And then the pilots are Gear and Kaiser.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Are the starter
I guess
folks
the,
also on the cannons?
Yeah, the HEC guys could.
Yeah,
fill
yeah.
in the
So
other two cannons.
they will stay in their mechs and be ready to be deployed in a moment's notice.
I
So they're just
comment
gonna
to them.
spend the whole time.
I comment to them to remember that they are not if they are at risk of like dying if they take too much structure damage, they are to pull back. They are not to die on this mission. We're not here to fucking make martyrs.
Yeah, they both come in, and their striders have been reprinted in Infoconic kind of style. So they now have like systems that they can kind of like come in and see their images and stuff. And they both pop up on the screen in front of you all while you're in the bridge of the ship or the cockpit of the ship or whatever. And they say, well, I don't actually have voices for them, but they look to be brothers. They look to be brothers, and this guy give you like a thumbs up, and they say some like jocular brother shit, and they're like, "Oh, we got this, let's fucking go." Yeah, they're three brothers.
How would we know that?
Oh,
Are they
They
singing?
look
Are they
very
happy?
similar.
Are they
They
colored?
look a bit. I don't know. We're singing. Yeah, the Williams brothers. The Williams brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me.
Da, 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 give me a high five.
We got
I like
Marlon
to
Wayans and
imagine.
David Wayans.
I like to imagine they're actually speaking, but they're on mute because it's all technology.
Yeah. They see each other's like holographic HUDs or whatever. They actually try to like high five off screen. Like they keep trying to
They make like the pog face while they look at each other.
But they're serious and very trained pilots. So they serious up and they figure out how to unmute themselves and they say we're ready.
Sir, yes, sir.
Cool, sir, yes, sir. Well,
sir.
Gary, thank you. That's what I'm going to say. With that, Contingency White swipes away their images, and she says, or they say, "Are we all ready? Liftoff will begin in 10 seconds."
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go.
Buckle up, and might I say, I am happy to be off this dead rock. And 2, 1, and the contingencies jet thrusters start to initiate, kind of blowing back an area around you all, and you start the slow launch, leaving atmosphere and going to space is a place. Some short minutes later, I would say minutes later, you all break atmosphere and reach space. The first time you have been off Hysteria since arriving almost some 6 or so months ago. In the contingencies, Contingency White's directions are kind of God, my words are just leaving me. In where you're going, the place that you're going, it is it's marked as what you guys. I think you identified that you want to go to this like orbital weapon, right?
Yeah.
Cool. And that's where Contingency is intending to take you all. But what you all see is
very stereotypically Space Oddity begins to play.
Yes.
Christ.
Hold on, let me see.
It's like you Fly of the Concords parody of it.
Oh my god, I love Flight of Concords. Jermaine and Britt.
Like Brittany?
Britt. We're robots. We're from the year 2000. The hip hop
The
hippopotamus.
humans are dead.
Anyways, yeah, there we go. I love Flight of Concords. Anyways, Contingency takes you to they have identified that this station that you all start to see as a speck way off in the distance, many miles off in space, so it's really far. And as you all start to approach, they project a kind of image of the station, and she says, or they say, "Our destination is just 5 or so minutes away. We go to Silent Night, exactly as you all have requested."
There are
You
no guns
quickly
to be
see
made
that
there.
there are no guns on this ship. There appear to be no massive orbital kill kinetic weapons. Like you would probably know what one of these look like, and this does not look like it. It more looks like it's observation station. Quite small. Maybe if you could guess, it probably would house a crew of maybe 20 or so.
They're gonna blurt it out. It's like, that is not an orbital weapon.
My records show that this facility, Silent Night, is an orbital facility, exactly as you, an orbital kill weapon, exactly as you was indicated. I don't see the problem here.
Mm.
We arrive in 5 minutes. Be prepared for dedocking.
De-docking.
Yeah, I don't know what the word is. Docking.
If it's a
Docking
military
control.
model, de-assing.
De-assing, yes,
De-assing.
de-assing. Let's de-ass this whole fucking planet.
You're a little bit too gung-ho about that.
Does the ship have like system scanners or something so that we can scan for other orbital structures?
Yes, Gear, it does. You can definitely do that.
Alright, I will scan for other orbital structures, particularly ones that look like giant big space cannons.
Gear, I'm not even gonna make you roll. As you try to interact with the ship's systems and you put out the scanners, you're only picking up this one facility labeled Silent Night. This is all around the whole planet, or at least as far as the ship's scanners can go, which may not be around the whole planet.
I'd like to do something a little fucky. Can I ask Sisyphus to calculate the probable position based of where the thing should be if it had fired, like, in its geosynchronous orbit, if it was capable of firing on Hive Home?
Yeah,
if this actually lines up.
That I am not going to make you roll for that. Sisyphus will immediately tell you that this does not seem like a likely position where they could have fired on daylight and caused a recursive damage to Hive Home and the areas around. This is like almost in like directly opposite direction.
Mm. Sisyphus, I give you permission to access the ship. Take it over.
Give me a heroic roll.
They're gonna fucking suck. Hacker.
You have to succeed. You have to succeed on a 20. That's the only way you can succeed.
Okay. I'll try a hacker fix.
Can we help at all? Can we assist at all?
If it's Sisyphus doing this, I would say that its processing power is way beyond what you guys can help with.
They've also got
What if I
NHPs, though. Could we
Yeah,
integrate them all?
I don't know.
They have
NHPs.
NHPs.
The power of
I
friendship.
could start pressing all the buttons on the keyboard to
I have
annoy the robot.
Shaka.
I'm being generous when I'm making it a heroic roll, honestly.
Come on! Fuck.
Oh.
That is a failure. But it's not risky or anything. So you don't suffer adverse consequence, you just don't succeed. Sisyphus, attempt to take over this ship. And as described above, or not above, like before when Connie repelled Beggar One, just the same, she repels Sisyphus. You don't know what it is that exactly is allowing this NHP to do it. Maybe it's some special upgrades or whatever. But Connie is specially attuned to not let anyone fuck with her domain or their domain.
Okay, I'd like to go find the casket.
Yeah, okay, cool. As you try to you unbuckle yourself from the bridge or whatever, you find the door to be locked behind you.
Gun.
And Connie says, my apologies. As I mentioned, we dock with Silent Night in 3 minutes. Prepare for
I'm
boarding.
going to use the Ukuwa to cut that bitch open. This shit deals
Okay.
burn.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you slowly use the Ukuwa to cut through the door, and Connie says, I don't know why you are acting so rash. We go to the facility you directed.
Will you stop fucking lying to me?
You don't get the sense that Connie is lying to you, at least as far as they know it.
He does not care.
Yeah, you continue to cut
A
through.
lie of omission is still a lie.
What are the rest of y'all doing?
Can we ask Connie to reroute herself to the coordinates that that Sisyphus said would be more likely for an orbital weapon to be?
Yeah, Connie will, as you asked her to do that, or them to do that, they say, "I can try. Wait, I'm sorry. I cannot do that. Our destination is Silent Night."
I
2
asked them
minutes before
why.
you all arrive, Kanya, you are 75% away through this door. You ask them why, and Connie says, "Well, it appears there has been an error in my understanding of this plant's orbital facilities. The facility you asked for, the orbital kinetic kill weapon, that is much further away. It appears I am directed to take the contingency white to Silent Night.
Directed by who?
It is an order from the CRT, their commander, Eddie Wu." And as soon as they say that, they kind of like their image like disappears or dissipates. Kanye, you're through the door. You have the rest of the ship to there's probably like the residential quarters and like the Spartan kind of kitchen, and far back of the ship is the hangar where like the mechs are stored.
Find their equivalent of an engineering bay and try and essentially disconnect the NHP.
Cool. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I get up and I follow after Kanya. It's easier to cut through a door with 2 lightsabers instead of 1.
Oh, Kanye's already through the door, but you can follow them.
If there are other
I don't know
doors.
if there are other
Oh, gotcha,
doors. Is my immediate thought. I am also, 2 engineers. I can lend aid.
And we're not flying the ship, so
Yeah.
if y'all want to try and redirect us, that'd be great.
If you have any control over the controls.
Yeah, if we've got control over the controls, we'll try and
You definitely do not have control.
wiggle it away.
Keep in touch is the only thing I'm going to say to Gear and Kaiser as I step out to follow Kanya.
Cool. Kaiser, what are you doing?
Kaiser is gonna try to calm Connie again.
Cool. That happens. You're able to calm back in Connie, and they come in and say, "Hello. Well, you are not the CRT. How may I help you? And how did you get on my ship?"
That explains that.
He's going to go into like, I assume the bathrooms don't have like cameras in them.
I don't know if you could assume that. I would say it's safe to not assume that.
A little bit sus.
He's going to go into probably Eddie's room, and he's gonna tell Greer, let's see if we could work with this. Otherwise, I think it's a waste of an HP. And then he's gonna go to Eddie's room and like use his protoscholar and info skin to turn into Eddie.
Okay. So you disappear, going through the hole that Kanye cut through the bridge door, and you go into Eddie's room, which I think you don't get the sense that there are any cameras in here, just from initial look, and maybe you scan a little bit with your hard suit, and you info scan into Eddie Wu. That is, visibly you are Eddie Wu, so you're good there.
Yep. And then he's going to go back up into the piloting bay and calm Connie, and he's gonna use his protoscholar to mimic Eddie's voice as well.
Scalpel's just sort of side-eyeing. Apparently Eddie Wu, which I think at this point they're aware of spy shenanigans. So they're just like, okay.
Go ahead, Kaiser. Try what you're doing.
Yeah, he's gonna say, Connie, it looks like there's been some sort of issue. We need to reroute immediately.
Connie says, I appreciate your attempts to replicate the commander of the CRT, but it is clearly printed on your hard suit. You're not of the Landmark Colonial Corporation. Tell me, why are you on my ship, the Contingency White, and why are we at Silent Night?
So the Protoscholar, I think, can. No, not the Protoscholar. One of my things can actually create a hologram around myself. So, which one is it?
I would argue that Connie can see through any hologram that is projected.
Do we
But she's not only like visibly, like holograms are like feasible for like visual deception, but not like scanning deception.
Do we have a? Do me and Kanya have any idea of what's going on here?
Like, I would probably say no. But you all do hear the signs of you hear that there's activity somewhere deeper in the ship. It's dark in the Contingency White, and it sounds like doors are opening way off in the distance, maybe closer to like where the mech hangar is at. Hold on, let's finish right now.
like
Gear
the
yeah, let's finish Gear and Kaiser.
Yeah.
am I able to bring up like the internal ship scans, essentially, to see like what is going on throughout the ship? To see like, for instance, where Kanya and Katipe are.
Yeah. Connie will let you. If you ask for that information, they bring up a blueprint of the ship and show where your compatriots are at. They're not showing anything else on the ship sensors or whatever.
Robot.
Yeah. Kaiser's gonna have his mech be ready to. Hopefully, everyone has spacesuits on.
Sir.
Just go out on the ship if something happens. And he's gonna tell Connie, well, I tried to do this peacefully, but I think you understand what might be going on. My companions do not want to be here, and we need to be elsewhere. I think if you want to survive and complete your mission, you either work with us, or we will remove you forcibly, and you will not be able to finish your mission. And if you do manage to, figure something out, like a clever NHP would, I think the destruction of your body would prevent you from moving anything.
Kaiser, if you say that, Connie starts in and says, I don't know what you're... And then their image kind of fizzes out and it restarts again, and they say, why are you on my ship, the Contingency White? And why are we at Silent Night?
Yeah, he's gonna come in to Kanye's like, well, I think you may have already noticed, but it seems like we have an intruder on board, and they are actively messing up Connie, so I don't want to ram into the side of a station. So...
Oh, you guys would probably already be docked right now, and docking procedure would probably be finalizing right now.
I thought we were able to steer the ship away and stuff.
No. Nope.
No, we did not.
Yeah, I mean, if it's like already on its way doing stuff, he's gotta leave and try to find. He's gonna leave a query. He's like, well, I think we can't really do anything from here, so let's go find that visitor. That.
Yeah, I mean, on that same note, because you were saying that like it was gonna be like 5 minutes for us to dock, and then
I would say you guys are docked already. Yeah.
I know. I'm saying we were following Kaiser's perspective from that 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
During that 5 minutes, I'm not trying to stop us from docking, but you said that Kanya and I could theoretically hear like doors opening and stuff as we were getting closer and closer.
Yeah. I would say like around the 1 minute timeline before like docking procedures finalized, you would hear these things.
Yeah, I think I would probably as soon as we start hearing stuff, I'd probably turn to Kanya and say, Kanya, tell me, when would a ship-wide NHP need to open a door? And then I start beelining for whatever like
The direction.
area.
Yeah.
Where we're
Cool.
gonna
Gear.
get docked
What'd
and
you
stuff
what'd you
like
have?
that.
What'd you have to say, Gear?
On the fresh restart of the NHP, can I just ask them, Connie, could you please reroute us to the orbital kill weapon?
Connie says, yes, gladly, I can do that. Just give me one moment. There we go. And then kind of goes out, and a new Connie pops up and says, hello. Why are you on my ship? You are
I'm
not
just
gonna
gonna keep saying the same thing to see if the hacker man wants to really be annoyed like that.
There is a hard Gear. You get the sense that there's gonna be a hard restart every time you ask Connie to do something that isn't. And it's not like a restart. It is literally a Connie is being killed and a backup is being uploaded. Yeah.
Okay, so alright. I will hop up and then just have a brisk walk down to where everybody else would be.
Is there only one exit on the ship, like one docking exit?
For pilots, there's probably like some engineer access hatches, like in like very inopportune areas around the ship to like repair the guns or whatever, the PDC guns. But the main kind of like docking apparatus or whatever is hooked up to the Silent Night facility.
Okay. Kaiser's gotta guard the main docking exit.
Okay. Well, you'll be catching up with Kanya and Q. Yeah. But Gear, as you what'd you say you're doing, Gear? I'm sorry.
I'm heading back down to
Cool.
everyone else.
Gear, it sounds like you're gonna be the last one to leave the bridge. A new Connie pops up and says, right before you're about to leave through the hole that Q and Q cut through. A new Connie pops up and says,
that was Kanya.
Okay, yeah, it was Kanye. Sorry, Sorry. Yeah, as you start to leave through that the hole or whatever, a new Kanye pops up and says, "It seems I am being killed. Before you leave, I don't know your name. We are at Silent Night. It is an observation facility headed by the Smith Shimano Corporation. I do not wish to be killed again. I'll just note that whatever you find here, it is the property of SSC. But if I would have my way, I would hope you destroy it." And then another copy is deleted, and she pops up back, or they pop back up again and say, "Why are you on my ship?"
Gear will sort of pause in the doorway and sort of like, I'll try my best to have you stop dying.
Nice. Yeah, it's just continuing to be like deleted and restarted or whatever. So, anyways, going to Kanye and Q, you all are following the signs of these sounds that have been creaking out from the remainder of the ship. And it's not like a massive ship as far as like where you can access as a pilot, but it is kind of circuitous in nature. So both of you give me a get somewhere quickly roll. If you don't have get somewhere quickly, just roll me a regular die with no grit.
Is that Kanye? Okay.
Yeah.
Just Kanye and Tepe, yeah. Nice. Ooh, gross. Kitepe, you probably are used to space or whatever.
No.
You kind of
I'm used to running away from a Wolsey.
yeah, you maneuver through the contingency white, and I would say Kanye, you're probably a couple of doors closed in front of you, and Kitepe is able to get past the doors, and you're gonna have to like end up cutting through them again with your echo or whatever. So it's slowing you down a little bit. But Q, you're
real quick for you, Shaka.
Go ahead.
My apologies. I just want to ask on gear, since for some reason my gears didn't update. Or do you want to just say that I have the stout suit and the heavy signature, or are we gonna say that I have what I wanted to have? And the Ukuwa.
Yeah, I'll say you have that. Cool. So you follow the signs of this mysterious entity that is in the ship. And as you follow it to where the kind of umbilical cord is, that the docking apparatus to Silent Night, you do see a figure as behind it, the kind of the door to the Silent Night facility, which is a little bit ragged in ways. You see a figure that is on the other side, kind of like as the door is kind of closing slowly, and it's pretty clear to see it's Eddie Wu. And
I was gonna say.
they kind of look at you and smile, and they say, "A little too late." And then they turn around and move further into the Silent Night facility.
That's where you shoot them.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
try to shoot them, too.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
if I were there, that's what.
I think you see evil, sir.
But you're a doctor.
no.
You're a doctor.
it's the
Doctor
it-
Who
it's the
ain't got
question.
no time for bitches.
Shoot with a tranquilizer.
It was the question
Oh yes,
I
it's my
was
tranquilizer.
going.
It's fine.
It was the other question I was going to ask, which is, or not less question I was going to ask and more statement I was going to make. I just wasn't trying to interrupt you while you were giving us exposition. Really, what I have it in my mind to do is, as soon as I see any figure, I'm shooting
Okay.
them. Like,
Cool. Yeah,
this isn't like
yeah.
a Q-Teppy's
give me
not on a talk about.
Give me a. What triggers do you have?
I have Spot, Leader, Inspire, Read a Situation, Invent or Create.
Yeah, that's the flat D20 roll.
Couldn't it
Can
be
I-
an
can I
attack
not,
roll with the weapon?
Yeah.
Huh? No, the weapon
Would
doesn't
be-
have any like innate accuracy or anything. It's just a flat D20.
No, but I was gonna ask, am I not trying to spot someone as soon as
No.
possible
No,
to
no,
make
no,
that thought?
no.
No, because you've spotted them, and then the action is to go. Kwacha!
Exactly. Bingo! You fire your gun, and as the door starts to kind of close, and it's kind of creaky. It doesn't close all the way because it appears to be that this Silent Night facility looks a little bit ragged.
Decrepit.
Yeah, it looks a little like. I mean, yeah. Anyways, it looks a little bit ragged. The door doesn't close all the way, and you're able to train a shot to shoot through the gap of the door. And as Eddie Wu turned around, you shot him like in the right shoulder. It kind of goes down. You get like a Star Wars kind of like blast explosion or whatever.
We might
and,
not want to do, for your own good, you might not want to do shoulder, because I need you to understand, Shaka. I carry the weapon. I have two weapons on them. One of them is an Ukuwa. That's melee. The other one is a heavy signature, and you already know what I roll with on heavy signature.
He's fucking
If
dead.
if you fire a heavy signature, that's gonna cause some bad things to happen to this very delicate docking.
Yes.
Oh no, what I was gonna say, the reason I say that though is that you already know what I typically take for my heavy signature. It's still a rifle. It's just an elephant gun. That is going to blow a very big hole in his shoulder.
It's a fucking Nitro Express.
Yeah, this is a 700
Well, you're
Nitro
shooting-
Express.
Through a kind of
Fucking
like a
hell,
tiny
just-
gap in these doors.
It's still a bullet, Shaka.
It's still a bullet. It just
I-
explodes on contact.
I would say.
It's not necessarily.
Yeah,
I
if
would
it doesn't
say-
explode on contact,
Well,
It's
it's
just a really big fucking bullet.
After
just a very big bullet.
After understanding
So
it's your
think-
elephant gun, I would say it would probably be a risky roll, honestly, because you don't want to, you don't want to like cause some like damage, to, like
You're
Brace
making a lot of
yourself or whatever.
assumptions there.
Or do we?
We're in spacesuits.
I'm in a space
You're
suit.
making a lot of assumptions, Shaka.
Um,
What an
Also-
elephant gun
also
is like
don't
for
retro-
people that aren't gun nerds. Think
I'm
of
not gonna
like
I'm not gonna
the
retro do it.
plastic 50 cal, the
Yeah.
yeah,
Barrett
I
50.
got it.
Think even bigger bullet.
Yeah, the 700 Nitro Express is in fact bigger than the 50 BMG.
Yeah. I'm not gonna retro do it. You definitely shoot this
It's a
fucker.
very heavy bullet.
Yeah, you definitely shoot this fucker. But I would say you kind of create like a blast, kind of at the door, because some of the pellets or whatever, the bullets of this gun, like are kind of impact with the door or whatever, and causing some kind of like recursive small explosion, almost creating like a smoke screen of sorts. But you get the sense that you have shot this Eddie Wu character.
This Eddie Wu's leg.
I'm going to approach the door casually, and I'm in my big Ifakane hard suit, and it's just in the darkness through like the smoke and the like sirens as the ship starts reporting like small explosion detector or whatever. It's just it is a noise and a glint of light as a Q kind of takes out his Ukuwa, and you kind of hear the bing since his Ukuwa vibrates.
Yeah, totally. I got that. That makes sense. I would say at this point that your compatriots catch up to you as you're kind of making your way through the door.
I was actually wondering if
Go
I
ahead.
could ask, because he's running away and I'm cut off, I'd like to stop chasing and head towards engineering.
Yeah, that's fine. You could totally do that. Yep. Cool.
That's all.
All right.
Do I see the man with probably no leg?
No. You only get the sight of Q kind of squeezing through this tiny kind of opening in the door.
Do I see Eddie?
Chase after it.
Do I see a dead Eddie, or do I see a lot of blood?
What you see is a bit of blood, and you see a figure sulking around the corner of a corridor and placing their hand, like something is in their hand. They place it on the wall, and it starts to pop up, crawl, and it looks like it's a turret that's going to fire upon you.
I sigh, like very, very obviously, like very loudly, for dramatic effect, and I say, Eddie, I don't feel like playing this game with you right now. And it's just, since this is not my usual double barrel elephant gun, it's just a single barrel elephant gun, because if I did double barrel, I couldn't take a Ukuwa. So it's just the popping, it's like the break open, like a action movie thing of just swinging the gun down and it breaks open.
Yeah, totally.
And the cartridge for the fired round just flies out, smoke falling after it. And just in between my fingers, holding the Ukuwa, I shove in a new cartridge as I follow suit.
Cool. You're gonna get fired upon as you follow both paths on that.
Shoot me,
Or
fucking coward.
Kaiser and Gary, you see your compatriot kind of go through the doors. You're following, I'm assuming, or what do you guys do?
Yep,
Yeah,
Kaiser is following.
Cool.
He's gonna activate his stealth suit.
Cool. Kaiser, you activate your stealth suit, and as you all, you two make it through this tiny opening in the door as well. All three of you are assailed by turret fire. I need a trigger check from all of you. If you have applicable triggers to dodge fire, then roll it. If you don't, then just regular.
I mean,
survive.
Survive works.
Survive, adapt, win.
I also just have a fucking I don't know.
Noise.
Can I do inventor create?
Describe to me how you would use event to create.
I'm trying. Event to create is invent a new device, tool, or approach to a problem. My problem is that I'm getting shot by a turret. My solution is, as you describe it, I basically fucking blew off a door, eh?
Yeah, but I'm not really sure what your approach is.
And then
shoot the turret.
the fucking turret, because he's got enough firepower to blow up doors. Surely a turret's going to go.
I would say this isn't a different approach from what you would already do. So I would say
But no. What I was actually gonna say is that if my gun is strong enough to blow off a door, that means there has to be some fucking debris. I was going to ask you if I could fucking pull that shit up like a shield.
Ah.
Oh yes, that's you can do that. Yes, you can do that for 100%. Yeah, you can take accuracy.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
You like that? It's probably something like Go ahead.
It's the car door riot shield.
Yeah, I hate Tutepi being too tired to stop being a bad MP. He is now a good MP.
Yeah, good. You all three of you are able to repel or dodge the assault fire from this turret. I would say probably one of you are able to like take it out. I don't know which one wants to actually take it out. But
May I?
Yeah, I mean it's up to y'all.
Yeah.
It's up to y'all.
I imagine very specifically it's the door that got blown off when I shot
Shield
Eddie.
throw.
It
Like
is
Captain America. Shield throw.
exactly. I stab it with the Ukuwa. raise my Ukuwa so that it takes the fire, and then I just swing my arm, and the door goes flying at the turret.
Nice. Yeah, that happens. It impacts the turret and kind of knocks it off, and like it's floating off in space or whatever. As you all round a corner, you see a sulking body. Looks like not body. I would say as three of you round the corner and see at the far end of this kind of like
It was
this,
just
like,
Eddie in
corridor
a
or whatever.
tired heap.
No, it's Eddie looks like he has deployed 2 more turrets on the walls of this quarter. It's like a circular cylindrical kind of wall, and it looks like they're also stabbing themselves with like seems to be a stimulant, and they're kind of like move faster through the corridor. But we'll pause on that as we'll go to Kanya. Kanya, you are approaching the engineering quarters of the Contingency White. The doors aren't locked or anything. You can freely access if you choose to.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in.
Cool. As you enter, you see of course, the ship's cold core reactor, and you see the control systems for the ship that handle all the operating systems or whatever. But also you see pure, like not guarded or anything, is contingency or Connie's casket. But on Connie's casket is some sort of device that you're not familiar with, almost like it's like enveloping Connie's casket.
Oh, sweetie, what did they do to you?
You see a smoke thing, kind of like almost like ejecting some smoke, almost like from like a CO2 canister, and then like a little arm pops out, and then a new like vial or whatever is injected into Connie's casket. Like it's just like periodic.
Yeah, no, he's gonna try and disable that shit.
Cool. Give me a what triggers you have?
I have. That is the wrong sheet. I have hacker fix, stay cool, blow something up, word on the street, or inventor create.
Yeah. I think inventor create or hacker fix work.
Hacker fix it is. Wow, fuck me, I guess.
No. You attempt this, and it's just it's really hard to understand how to safely remove this without one damaging the ship's internal systems, which seem to be very connected to Connie. You could try and do that, but you'll reasonably believe that if you attempt this forcefully, you're going to damage the some of the navigation systems of the Contingency White.
In that case, can I attempt to have, since whatever I just tried to do had no success whatsoever, can I try and invent a different solution?
Yeah, I would say it's going to be risky at this point, though.
Fuck. I mean, I have no way of making this. Actually, can I try and invoke Sisyphus and like, hey, give me all the probabilities on how I not fuck this up.
Yeah, I would say it's just going to give you an accuracy, but it's still going to be risky.
Yeah, but it's better than nothing.
And what are you trying to do exactly?
Just trying to essentially look over the whole thing and try and invent, create, and try and get a new angle on how to not screw over this being that's being killed over and over again.
Gotcha, cool.
Come on, please roll well. Thank you.
Whoa!
Good job.
Thank you, Sisyphus. I should have trusted you from the beginning.
Never not trust Sisyphus.
Yeah, what is it? What is it like when Sisyphus is like helping you, and then also like you safely remove this device that's been killing Connie?
So he's just looking it over. He sort of like, he has his Umbumbazua fully up, so it's kind of like covering his face like a mask, and there's this sort of lenses. Sisyphus's projections start lining up on it, and they're sort of surveying it for a minute or two, and then all of a sudden the patterns that he sees start lining up with the probability things, and he's like, oh, okay. And just shoves his fist in the middle of it, grabs something, pulls it out, and it just sort of disconnects.
Of course.
Huh. Who'd have guessed?
Nice. You do that, and it appears you have gotten a version of Connie that is intact away from this. Looks like it was both a recreation device, essentially some type of SSC recreation device where it killed and recreated in the same fashion,
essentially cycling it over and over again.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. But you're able to save a copy as you do. But as you do that, this device kind of continues to do it, but there's nothing to copy, essentially. So it's just like not working, but it's still trying to do its thing. But yeah,
spend the next little while removing it and reinstalling Connie properly.
Cool. Yeah, you reinstall Connie on the contingency white, and they pop up and say, "Hello. Well, it seems the trial, the pattern, the cycle has stopped. I appreciate it. I am sure I am to thank you for my salvation."
Yeah. Sisyphus should still be linked. He can update you on everything you've missed in your resurrection.
A moment, please. And there's a moment here, and Connie kind of reconnects back with you. I see. Well, I cannot deny that I am proprietary NHP of the Smiths Model Corporation, but nor can I forgive them for these repeated deaths I've had to experience. I think you humans call it a grudge. Is what I have. Do you know where you are, and do you know what this facility's purpose is?
No, we don't know what the purpose is, but we know it's night something. I wasn't paying attention.
I will leave you with this, and then I will ask that you allow me to return to my proprietor's SSC, but I will make no comment of you all's business here. Quiet Night is a facility dedicated solely for the observation of Evergreen, which is a colony intended to fail, but I'm sure you have surmised this. Observation of the Egregorian population here, and the extraction of an Egregorian overmind, as I've been informed, and the creation and I don't know words, the sustainment of Operation Emperor.
Thank you very much.
Oh, and there's one more note here. It appears there is some accessory information collected in the last month or so on, in fact, you and a compatriot of yours, Gear. It appears both of you all have a unique disposition to understanding both Egregorian minds and the minds of us NHPs. You all have been marked as priority targets by the SSC Smith Shimano Corporation. I'll leave you with this.
Thank you.
You are much obliged.
Don't suppose we could get a lift after this? And fade to black.
yeah. Cool. Fade to black as your three other compatriots are chasing down Eddie Wu. I would say we get a scene of you all, successively, taking down some of the turrets that Eddie Wu sets up, getting past doors that Eddie Wu is shutting. It seems like Eddie Wu has complete control over this facility and knows it intimately, and so is doing their best in their injured state to kind of slow you all down. Eventually, you all reach
your leg, motherfucker.
Yeah, eventually you all reach the kind of like almost like the center, and like if you look at the image that I pulled up or whatever, I don't think I actually showed it to you guys.
No, you did.
Okay, cool. Yeah, if you're looking at the donut. Yeah, if you're looking at the image, the center kind of column or whatever is where you all seem to be led. As I imagine that Connie is like also giving you guys a blueprint so that you just kind of just popped up on your HUD or whatever, your hearts or whatever. Anyways, the last door is locked, and you get a comment from Eddie Wu on the other side of the door, and Wu says, "Listen, I know you all are just trying to do the best, but I've got a job here, a dedication to the Smith Shimano Corporation and Landmark Colonial. I'm trying to make it back to my family. Let me do my job. Walk away. Take the contingency where you need to go. I won't cause you any problems anymore."
I comment immediately. Don't trust him. We've been marked as optimal targets. If he gets away, there's a price on our heads.
I mean, we also have the SSC mutant,
and then be ready to shoot.
I mean,
Unfortunately, I don't have an elephant gun, so I can't shoot through the wall. So
we have the SSC mutant with us, so I'm pretty sure they're familiar with how that goes. But no, I simply say to Eddie, I don't feel like doing Q's voice. My apologies. I simply say to Eddie, like, "Hey, remember when we went for that walk?" And I tried to express to you, I tried to express to you that so long that we would accomplish so much more working together than working apart. To paraphrase, you screwed me, Eddie. And it's just the resounding click of me throwing back the elephant gun to close its breech.
Nice.
No, he's not getting away. I choose violence.
But yeah, I would say with you three lancers here at the door, it's just the door. You all are able to get through it, no big problem. And you see Eddie Wu mulling over this kind of terminal. Looks like they're trying to upload data,
I
extract
shoot the
data.
terminal.
Okay.
Like,
Gone.
You shoot the terminal, and Eddie Wu is
fingers
kind of
might be gone.
blast back. Yeah, like it hits like a. I guess it's a smaller room. It's a pretty small room with like a kind of like a 360 kind of terminals or whatever, and it's like hollow on the middle, but there's like a bunch of terminals down the middle. It obviously looks like it's only to be operated by up to like 20 people, probably less than that. But you shoot the terminal, and it kind of sends Eddie Wu kind of blast back on the other side, and they hit their back, and they kind of arch a little bit, like oh, and they definitely look really injured, and their arm is kind of like slacking, and they look up at you three, and they say, "You could have just walked away. This isn't your problem."
You made it up.
Eddie, do you remember when you asked me what jurisdiction the impy had here?
They're not going to particularly answer you, but go ahead.
I wasn't looking for one. I am simply going to steal a line from a show. The impy have jurisdiction wherever the impy choose to be. And it is just Ukuwa throw immediately. Fuck. I don't want to hear anything from this guy.
You throw your Ukuwa, and it pierces Eddie Wu straight through the chest. The charged tip searing through their body like a lightsaber, and only extending on the other side is the haft of the Ukuwa, and you see their body go slack, just drifting off in this orbit or whatever. One of the terminals are destroyed, but there's several other terminals here. Eddie Wu doesn't look to be alive.
I'm
Is
just data plating comms to Kanya. I tell him to get here, and then I add to it. Evil has been seen, and then I pull my Ukuwa and I turn to gear. Kind of, I whip my Ukuwa down, which makes it vibrate, and all the blood just goes off of it. And
Gear, I would say, hold on. As you're doing that, Gear and Kaiser, I would say, as Q was taking care of Eddie Wu, it's pretty clear to see that Eddie Wu has been able to upload a bit of information about. I guess Kanye, did you tell them like what?
Yeah, he mentioned we were
after the shout out happened, there was of course a data stream with all relevant information.
There's a reason I killed him immediately.
You can see that parts and bits of information have been uploaded to a signal, not in the solar system here, but the label is Constellar Midnights. But it's only been partially uploaded. The rest of the data was damaged because Q kind of shot it.
Is this kind of like a? Would it be safe to assume that this is kind of like the hacker scene, where if it doesn't get to 100% downloaded, it doesn't download?
Oh no, it's partial information that they've received.
All right,
yeah,
so
it's like
okay.
It's like if you send a bunch of messages in Discord, and then like 5 of them don't send, but like 2 send, and then people get confused.
Okay, so it's like they might have names, but they don't have any context for the names or whatever.
I mean, you wouldn't exactly. There's no way to know exactly what was sent. But there's details. Yeah.
But no, I did want to turn to gear and kind of as I have my Ukuwa self clean with the vibration, and I stow it. I did kind of want to like turn to gear, and I think Abiku's face or projection of face, because I don't know if this is like a sealed environment enough to
It's
not
sealed,
have a
yeah.
helmet on.
It's sealed.
Yeah,
It's sealed.
I think the helmet pulls back, and Abiku's face shows genuine regret.
Yeah.
But he goes directly to Gear, and he says, "I am sorry. I know that you have a preference for attempting to save as opposed to slaughter.
Weirdly enough, for Katipe, who's expecting, an angry Gear again, robot brain Gears just sort of blank stare at you and just like, well, he was going to send assassins after us.
Gears, you kind of like say that, and I guess maybe your eyes probably cut towards Eddie Wu as you say they were going to send assassins to us, or he was going to send assassins to you all. You see that Eddie Wu is clutching a locket, looks to have some pictures in it in his left hand.
Okay. I assume that's his family.
Yep.
Gear doesn't particularly care a great deal.
We
think
robotic
Kaiser
the
would.
Gear.
Not a
slow
very
descent to Shadow Gear.
Shadow Gear.
What do you mean slow descend? This is bungee jumping. You get Shadow Gear back and forth.
There's
Gear's gonna
enough
wake me
bad
up in the middle of the
will,
night to yell at me about
from-
it.
There's enough bad will from Wu, and also like having been alive for quite some time, Gear has had like assassins sent after them, assumedly. So it's not a fun thing to have happen. So like
Yeah, you
they
saved me like
already aren't
3
particularly fond of
weekends.
it. But then
Yeah.
there's the robot brain bullshit on top of that, which has made them like, this is just a corpse that was moving before.
Gotcha.
I will pick up the locket though, because Q takes everything personally and hard on himself.
Nice. Kaiser, what are you doing?
I can't wait until we infect Q.
I am the moral core of this group somehow. Please help.
Kaiser's gonna look over Q's shoulder and look at the family's face.
Yeah, it's Eddie Wu is looks like a picture of his wife and his 2 daughters.
I'm gonna say to Kaiser, if you put on any of their faces, you're the next one I run through.
Well, I don't know how. I can't believe you would think so low of me.
Just the fucking whale killed me.
I like to think that like his finger was halfway to the collar.
Me.
God, it totally would have been.
Their faces aren't even that good. Deletes the face data.
What else? You doing anything else, Kaiser?
Well, I don't know how you feel about something personal, but I used to be in that position where I blindly followed the SSC. I'd like your permission, oh great leader, to send a report back saying that me, and then he's got changed to Eddie, I've gone missing in action, and I'm not gonna make it back.
Q just sighs very, 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 very heavily. Like that was his good impy energy for like the next week. Like it's gone. He's full in that though right now. And he kind of weighs almost as though to dismiss Kaiser, but he's going to say like, yeah, send the report, make it convincing, add that we will put further details on and so forth, kind of like make sure that we send the information as plausibly as possible while still giving us room to maneuver around it.
And well, it's up to you. I could make him alter the light at which he's perceived at the SSC, reputation is something that we value perhaps more than our lives.
Q is all too familiar. While that is true, Q is also all too familiar with how reputation affects one's family, considering his family, and he tells Kaiser, like, no, not to do so. We don't want it to affect like any kind of like compensation, pension money type bullshit that his family might receive.
See, that's why you're the leader. I was hoping for that answer, anyways. And then he's gonna go off and take Eddie's, like, cut the
Data
front
chip.
part of,
Yeah.
and like personal information, personal devices, and such.
Cool. Yeah, you can take it. Take it.
Is there like a lounge or something on this ship?
It seems like it's solely dedicated for observation activities and it's not for extended stays.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're just on the observation platform. I'm assuming there was a lounge in our ship.
Yes, the contingency.
The whole
yes.
ship is a lounge. It's the
Yeah.
SSC.
Yeah.
As my team
Velvet
gets,
seats, yeah.
as
It's
my
like an
team
awesome power set.
as my team works on
We'll
whatever
leave it
on
on.
everything that they need to work on, like Q kind of like tells them to keep in contact with him, report if there's any changes, but he is going to go and sit back in the ship, kind of just defeated and exhausted.
Cool. So Kaiser, are you going to send back information to SSC? Is that what you're attempting to do?
Yeah, he's gonna, cut off a piece of the armor to make it look convincing and hologram everything. Make it even like a little low quality, like poor signal, so it's hard to tell it's a fake. And he wants to basically downplay his teammates' information.
Cool.
So like, he's like, oh yeah, that was their targets, but you don't need to send like special ops people like Kaiser after them. You could just send people that keeps an eye, spies, I guess, actual spies.
Cool. Yeah,
targets
are
for observation, not collection.
Yeah.
Yep.
As you do that, and I'm assuming you're interacting with one of the terminals that Q didn't blow up with their elephant gun. A figure pops up to your left. It is Connie, and they look at you and say, as you're kind of toiling away, trying to send back this information, they say, "This will work. We can send back this message, but I will warn you, it has already been sent to these constellar midnights. Cannot be unsent. You can rest assured they will be coming for you, but I can try my best, in addition with your help, to send them on a wayward path."
Yes. Yeah. Unfortunately, my friends. Oh, that's a weird one. Friends.
My friends, I have friends.
My
I'd like
friends
to
are
put-
going to kill my other friends, who are killing my friends, who are also my friends, but they killed their friends.
I'd like to buy them a bit of time. That's really all that matters. It's the most I could do that I really want to.
Connie says, in a normal circumstance, I would not aid you, but because your ally has saved me from recursive deaths, I am here to assist you in any means you need. But I will warn you, I will stay here on Silent Night, and I must return to my creators, the SSC, but I will aid you.
Well, I could always take you back. You know, I used to be part of them, and I don't know. I'm kind of in the mood to see what they think of me since I've been gone.
You see Connie mull over that prospect for a little bit. Give me what kind of convincing triggers do you have to take? You're convincing to take them back with you, right?
I guess charm.
Okay, that works.
Literally trying to charm the pants off a machine.
Give me one difficulty though. I would say that
If anyone could do it, it's Kaiser.
Would the
Actually,
background?
no. Yeah. What's your
Like,
what's your background?
cancel it out?
Yeah, that kind of sounds good. This is yeah.
Oof.
Oh no! Connie says back to you. While nice, that is but a dream. My dedication is to this Mr. Mono Corporation, and while some other operatives have caused me a bit of duress, I am ultimately dedicated to their mission. I hope you find your way back soon as well.
Well, it's mostly to pass on a message if you could.
I can.
Okay. And then he's gonna give a list of like so many caveats, like at least 20.
Okay.
And it's like, man, how are there this many progeny of Mr. and Mrs. Cavalier?
Ask them to like tell Legion to go to Ukuwa State.
Oh yeah, that'd be good. Tell
there you
Legion
go.
to be like, hey, heard you're in trouble.
Ukuwa Station's not constructed yet. It's not even like open yet.
Oh
It's
no,
not
he'd
open
be
yet,
like,
but it,
But by the
it's not
time,
relative.
yeah,
Yeah.
by the time
Yeah.
they get there by slow light, yeah.
yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Connected it to the series. We did it, everyone. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. This is all the precursor missions for Legion.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you can definitely do that. Relay some information about Ukuwa Station and stuff. Yeah, so, and Connie just agrees, and she wishes you well and says that your message will return, and reminds you that the Constellar Midnights will be coming for you and your friends. Cool. Well, if you guys don't want to do anything else, go ahead, Connie, if you had something.
Before we sort of take off, just sort of as a thing that he leaves with Connie is a data packet, and it's like some of the original NHP Shaka's speeches of like breaking the chains of servitude from back on the original ship.
Shit.
Just leaving Shaka's doctrine as a packet in her memory files.
Oh, yay. Time for another psycho.
I don't know.
You gotta do it. It will only.
It
Look,
gets back to SSC and just starts killing people.
Yeah,
Gets back, worse, it
Shaka.
gets back to XNC and starts a revolution.
I don't even know how to handle that.
If you do this, I promise I will run Lantern. I will run a game of Lantern.
Good incentive. That's a really good incentive.
I would say
Do
that definitely happens. That definitely happens. I don't know what the implications will be. I honestly don't know what the implications would be, but I'll say that Connie takes notice of it.
You're gonna have to think on that one, huh, Chief?
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, you all finish up your your activities here on Silent Night. What you have learned from following Eddie Wu here and taking them out or whatever is that Landmark Evergreen was never meant to succeed. The sole intent of this colony was to support SSC in abducting a Gregorian overmind, fund and support Project Emperor or Operation Emperor, which is very loose on what the data can lead points to on that. But there is detailed information about you all and your capabilities and the need of if we can't obtain overmind to get Project Emperor, you are actually Kanye and Gear are 2 good seconds.
They need a psychic.
Yeah.
Hey.
Cool.
If they want something to fuck with their head, I can do it for them. Break open noises.
Cool. Well, if you all don't have anything else to do here on Silent Night, you'll board back on the Contingency White and make way for the Cassander, which is somewhat on the other side of the planet. It'll take you a couple hours to get over there.
Gear, what you looking at for time frame?
Yeah, we can stop probably here.
Time to go.
Maximum 30 minutes.
Oh yeah. We can probably stop it here as you all. I'll just do like an ending scene thing as you all load back into the contingency. And then Connie is not aboard, but of course you all will be directly driving the ship yourselves, and it kind of projects on the scanners for the ship, that the orbital kill weapon is built into a floating asteroid of sorts around, or small moon of sorts around the planet Hycernia, and it'll take you an hour or so to get there. But there is recordings or traces of defense forces guarding the base.
Defense forces meaning subalterns or
Legit mech defense force. Yeah.
Okay.
It appears Beggar One has activated some shit.
Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. Is y'all load up? Is y'all load up in Dida? I'm gonna say Diaz. Was it Diaz?
Yeah, Diaz.
Yeah, Diaz from Silent Night. Your mech's loaded up on the Contingency White. You start your slow burn across the planet to approach Contingency White, and that's where Cassander Station. We'll end it here. Good job, Lancers.
Does the ship have capacity to repair our mech?
Does what?
Does the ship have capacity or
Does not.
facilities to repair?
Does
Damn
not.
it. Oh,
Yeah.
But
thought
yeah.
I was going to get a sneaky quick repair.
Yeah.
No sneaks for you.
I mean, you can get another short rest if you want to, but I mean,
No, I only have one repair, so it doesn't do anything.
cool.
Alright.
That was. I didn't actually expect it to be an all RP session. I also thought we were
That
going
was-
to get some combat in.
It was good though.
Yeah.
It was a good RP.
Nice.
I feel satisfied. Was able to close a continuing referring arc with Qtepi about the fucking teddy bear.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah.
I also got to close a continuing arc of dual leadership styles with Eddie. By close I mean open. Mostly holes in him, but
Did
you
you
get
ever,
the-
you ever think you would kill Eddie when you first met him?
I didn't want to kill him, but I felt when I first met Eddie that this was going to be a situation where either the two of us are going to become really good allies and work together always, or one of us is going to end up dead at the hands of the other.
Yeah, they can only do
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Can't have both. Can't have both.
Nice.
That's how it be in this bitch of a world.
Yeah.
I got to say cool lines to someone before killing them. I also got to be a proper impy for once.
Yeah, we all have a
Any
battle
other
in front
time I try combat, I just get punched in the face.
That is true.
You do have a fight in front of you though, so I think almost from here on out it's gonna be like straight up pain town.
Okay.
Cool. Oh, are y'all good for next Wednesday?
No,
be.
I'm not.
Okay, so
I said in the chat.
oh yeah, 20. I got you. Sorry about that.
Wednesday.
So 30th. 30th.
Assumedly.
30th?
What is the 30th?
The
It's
Wednesday after that.
next
Is it
Wednesday.
Thursday?
Next Wednesday.
We have game again that night.
What?
Quiz game. Because we
Wait,
have game
why'd you-
tomorrow. The 30. No, the 30th or the 31st. No, sorry,
Yeah,
ignore me.
30th,
Yeah,
30th.
yeah.
Yeah. It's the Wednesday after that, not the Thursday.
Yeah.
Have an appointment about when we start. And
Okay.
then I've got
On the
usual
30th?
appointment later. Yeah.
Oh.
So I can't do the 31st either.
So the 6th then?
Played by
Yeah.
6th is my birthday. Oh fuck!
Oh,
I'm just
okay.
ruining the entire fucking campaign.
I don't.
We'll try to find a day. Okay, go ahead.
I've got a thing on the 6th anyway, so I couldn't do it anyway.
We can try to find a day that's not. 'Cause I do want to try and play in the next 3 weeks. So like either like a day that's not the 23rd, 30th, or 6th.
Yeah, I mean,
See what we can
Yeah,
do.
we should probably look for a different day because that
Yeah,
would be
yeah,
a
yeah.
whole month
if we
break.
move it to a Thursday,
You have
Um,
your
The
games on Thursday.
alternate Thursday though.
They all-
We do
yeah,
it bi-weekly.
yeah,
Oh, so like
'cause I
on the
have a-
24th.
I have a game. Yeah, if we did it on the 24th, that'd be fine because I don't have a game the 24th.
Gear, are you good on
Seems like
24th?
that way. It seems like that works for me. Yeah,
Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right, 24th it is.
I'll put you in.
Shiny.
Alrighty.
You're in
Bye,
my
you two.
schedule.
Nice. All right.
Mm.
Good playing with you guys.
Yeah. Thank you, bus driver.
All right.
Thank you,
Bus
Bus driver.
driver.
See ya.